Good day, crafty chums. It's Nicky here, and it's Sunday, so it must be time for another index art card where I use up the scraps on my desk to make a little bit of a something that I put in a little book I have with my art cards in. And so that's what I'm doing. It's use my scraps time. And I'm just checking on my iPad because I will have to turn the volume down so that I can see if there's anyone on chat or anything. So I'll just do that now very quickly and hopefully I will be able to see it. Sometimes it's a bit slow in coming forward. There we go. We muted the volume so you won't hear that. And now I should be able to see who is with me. Hopefully. Well, that's very strange. The strange thing is that, oh, there it is. Yay. I'm in. Woohoo. That was not working very well. Hi, Sheila. Thanks for joining me. As I say, today is Sunday, so it's my index art card day. It was sunny here a little while ago, and now it's not. So I've had to put some light on the subject. Let's see if I turn it off, whether it'll stop shadow casting from there. That's not too bad, is it? Might not be enough light for me to see, though. You know how it is when you reach a certain age. So basically, I just go through what's in my little tub that I keep on my desk from things that I accumulate during the week. And I've been doing this for several years now, and I don't seem to get any better at doing it. So if you're hoping for something fantastic, sorry to disappoint. So yeah, so basically I just start out with gluing things down, and that's kind of like where I start. I've also got this little saying here today, and it says, life is an adventure. So I think that I'm going to use this saying. It comes from this design paper here that I've got, and it's got lots of sayings on. I could just keep it there because I don't use it as a background for anything else. So the words come in handy for using on my index cards. So there's that. Got these beautiful papers that I was sent in a rack, so I might use these too. Just I have some design paper here as well, and I'll be working with that. I love that. That's awesome colors. So I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to be using that, and I'll just pop some of these other little bits and pieces that I've got just laying down here. I think it came from Roz, actually. The papers. Don't quite remember, but I think it was from Roz. Yeah, it's really nice. Life is an adventure. And this morning I've been out. I'm taking part in a half marathon in June. So this morning I've been out putting in the kilometers, putting in the miles, pounding the pavements. So I'm a little bit tired, as always. Yeah, it is. It's very pretty papers. So I'm a little bit tired, as always, after I've done my little run. Did 14 kilometers today, which is good. So I say I'm just picking up the mileage slowly, ready. Ready for the half marathon. I used to run full marathons, but I've decided now that I'm just getting a little bit too old to do full marathons because it's a real stress on the body. So So I'm just trying to stick with the half marathons. Yes, huge stress on the body. Sure. Just going to be popping the papers down. Don't know why I saved that little scrap of paper there, but there it is, it's going on. No idea why I saved that. Actually, I might just distress the edges of this as we go along as well. Just because I can. No other reason than that. Yes. Yeah, this last couple of years I haven't been running. After my last marathon attempt, it's huge. I felt really, really bad after I did it, and I thought never again. But since I stopped running, I put on lots of weight. So maybe a half marathon is better than not doing anything at all. But man, I tell you, you have to do something to help keep off the weight, especially if you like food like I do. Love my food. So yeah, crazy. I love food too much to give it up, so I have to do the exercise to keep the weight. I'll try and lose a little bit of weight and then keep the weight down. So I'm just going around the edges just to make it stick out a bit more off the background. I'm going matchy today, I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've moved my this is my bedroom actually, and I've got two desks side by side, and I do the mixed media work and my card making on this desk here, and I was doing the painting as well and using the other desk as storage. But after I spilt the paint on my duvet yesterday, I thought I'd better do something about it. So it's not a good look spilling your paint on your duvet. I wasn't impressed with myself yesterday. So I've moved it all around, and now the desk next to me there is my painting desk, which isn't butted up right against the bed. It's more in like the walkway between the bed and the cupboard. So when I do it there, I won't be like turning around and touching the bed or anything. Yeah, walking is good exercise. It's in the fat burning zone, if there is such a thing. Walking would be considered in the fat burning zone, and is supposed to be really good for losing weight too. I say supposed to be, I'm not quite convinced, but it's good for cardio. It's good for your heart health, so it can't be all bad, can it? So yeah, that's the reason why I've moved the desk, is because I've got paint on my duvet. Oh. I'm always going on about keeping your hands clean when you're card making, but I was a bit silly with the paint, so serves me right. So yes, I'm hoping to do some painting masterpieces over the next few weeks. Oh. I do post on my Instagram what I paint. I actually don't often put it onto YouTube and that, because I'm still, I don't know, quite shy about painting. sometimes I'll do my mermaids and I do the 29 faces thing, so I put that out there as well. But yeah, when it comes to my actual painting, it's like yes, I'm not very confident in that. But as I say, I do put it out on my Instagram, so that, you know, at least I'm putting it out there and trying to get over my shyness over painting. So what I'm using here to glue this down is a matte medium, and the reason why I use matte medium rather than Mod Podge is that Mod Podge gets sticky, and putting the index card in the books, I just don't want my pages to stick together, and that's the reason why I use the matte gel medium. It actually goes a little bit further than the Mod Podge. So how much should I pay for that? It doesn't say on there, but I think it was something like $8 here, and this would be way more expensive, but it actually goes further. I think, anyway. But yeah, I don't like the stickiness that the Mod Podge gives on things, and that's why I do that. Yeah, I try not to be too messy, just simply because I craft in my bedroom, and so there's not a lot of room to be messy, and B, of course, this is a rented house, and I don't want to ruin the carpets and things, so I do have to be a little bit careful of what I'm doing. So anyway, so I've got a few more little bits and pieces that I'm going to put on here. Now I put this on the cat in one of my things, and I thought it looked like eyes. So I'm going to put it on this time, and I'm going to be thinking that it's a bike. So there you go. It's going to be a bike. In my mind, it's a bike. You may not think so, but this is a bike. So there you go. It's a little bike on the hills. And we're going to have a little tree. And then you can imagine he's out in the countryside somewhere. Which is awesome. I'm just going to use that to knock back some of that. We'll fill in the space, I think. So I actually paint from Art Sherpa Tutorials on YouTube. She's a darn good teacher, and so I follow her, and I'm producing some nice pieces. But as I say, I'm still a little bit shy about it, I think. I don't know why. It's nothing to be, you know. Just get it out there, man. Anyway, I'm just going to dry that off a little bit, so you'll hear my heat gun going if I've got it plugged in after the move. So I apologise if it gets annoying. Hi Patricia, how are you? So yeah, and my feet, I think I've got some of the ugliest feet that I know of anyone, and that's because of the running. I've had so many lifted toenails and so many blisters on my feet that I think that they're ugly, ugly, ugly. Yeah, I watched the Art Sherpa. She's absolutely fantastic in painting tutorials. You can sit there and either watch, or you can sit there and paint with her. She does live tutorials. She is fantastic, really good teacher. Another one is Jane, painting with Jane. I've done some nice pieces with her too. And the other, Angela Anderson, I think her name is. They're the three that, oh, it's a shame. Patricia says she's in McDonald's and the connection is slow. Yeah, last year before, I was having to use public internet, and quite often it was just a nightmare. But yeah, so yeah, yeah. See you in a minute then. Patricia's going to go in and come back in, or try. But anyway, yeah, those three people, I watched their tutorials, and they are just fantastic. I love their work. But mostly I do the Art Sherpa ones. Ginger Cook is good too, but I think she goes a little bit too fast for me, whereas the Art Sherpa is goes a little bit slower, so I can actually keep up with her tutorials live, and then you can go back and, of course, and watch the video that goes in after. Honestly, Sheila, she's the Art Sherpa is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And Jane from Painting with Jane, she has some super simple lessons as well. So much so that my granddaughter will often, when we're watching Painting with Jane, my granddaughter will often paint along with her as well. Whereas the Art Sherpa, it's quite difficult to keep up because she does that in that time. But as I say, you can watch the videos after, and you just paint along in your own time then. But I actually like to paint along during the live streams. Challenge myself. See if I can keep up with her, and if I can't, then I'll just stop and watch the video after. Quite simple and very effective. I do like it. I like it a lot. So I thought maybe that's still a little bit wet, but I thought I'd do a little bit of maybe a little bit of watercolor on there. Need a bit of watercolor maybe. Let's see. And for those of you who watch me, you will I've actually been in my pen drawer and sorted out all my pens that don't work. You'll be pleased to hear I actually did that the other day. I sat there and I went through it all. So I no longer, hopefully, fingers crossed, have pens that don't actually work. It took me a long time to get round to it, for sure. So it's autumn here in New Zealand. So maybe I will put a few sort of like russet coloured leaves on. Because that's what we've got at the moment: red, gold, yellow leaves, brown, all around. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. I know, it took me a long time to get round to that, didn't it? After moaning and moaning about it and then just not doing anything about it, it was just like beginning to irritate me. It's like, you know, instead of just moaning every time you reach into the drawer and get out a pen that doesn't work, you should actually just get on with it and sort it out. Hi, Patricia. So yeah, I was very annoyed with myself because I just couldn't make myself do it. It was like, oh, you know, sometimes you get a block on things, don't you? So I'm just colouring in this flower one to look like a tree to give the impression we're outdoors. Even though it's autumn here, it's been a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. It was actually a pleasure. I actually ran around a place called Travis Wetlands here, and it's marshy, but it's got a boardwalk all the way around it, and it's something like 3.8 kilometers to walk around once. So I go around that a few times to get in my kilometers. But the lovely thing about it is, of course, you see all the wildlife there as you're going round. And this time of year, the pukekos, oh man, they are everywhere. And they flash in their little white tails at everyone, and as you go by, it's really funny, really nice. Pukekos are strange little birds. Well, actually, they're not that little. They're probably the size of a cockerel or something. You know, they're quite big that way. And of course, because they're wading birds, because they're a marshland wetland bird, they have long legs and they're nice and blue, vibrant blue, with a little black tail and with a little bit of white fluff at the back. Hi, Maggie. Just telling people about the pukekos that are all out on the wetlands that I ran around. Oh, Patricia. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I was just saying that I've run around a marshland, and it's a boardwalk area, and it's a few kilometres around, and that's where I do my distance running. And the pukekos at the moment are all out calling and, you know, having a good time, flashing their little white tail feathers at people, and and they're all on the boardwalk until you run up, and then they just scatter over the marshlands and that. But they actually walk on top of all the grasses and things, and yeah, they're just all over the place. They're wonderful. Love them to bits. Bit silly creatures sometimes. There's one stretch of road around here that's it's actually not working because I'm trying to put it onto wet glue, and that never works. Just so you know. So yeah, here we go. It's me moaning about my pens again. What I've got here is my hubby bought me some of these the other day, and I think they're I don't know whether you can see that. I think they're Chinagraph. So I'm just going to see if they'll come over here onto the card, see whether it will work. Yeah, he bought me a few colours of it for my mixed media work. So yeah, let's see if it works on wet glue, because it's not quite dry. And look at that. Absolutely, look at that, it works. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, this stretch of road that I travel along out of Rangiora, where I live, you always see dead pukeko at the side of the road, because the road goes through marshland as well, and they come up out of the marshland onto the side of the road, and then they try to cross the road, and it's a 100 km/h stretch of road, and of course some people go even faster than that, and yeah, you'll see a couple of dead ones every day as you drive that road. It's quite sad, actually. As I was saying, you know, they can be quite silly birds in that respect. Man, they ought to learn the green cross code, as we used to say in the UK, or anyway, learn how to cross the road properly, I think. Very sad. Yeah, Bob's he's actually cutting some hedges today. He did the run with me today as well, so that's good. I can hear him actually. You probably won't be able to hear him, but I can hear him cutting the hedges, because it's a lovely day here today, and just beautiful. So time to cut back all the hedges and that, and hopefully that's the last time we'll have to do it before winter sets in. Nights are cold here at the moment, but the sunny days like this are just beautiful. It's good. Not only do we get the pukekos on the roads, of course we get possums as well. That always makes me sad. And I know they're destructive and everything else, but it always makes me sad to see them like dead on the roads and things. Can't help it. To me, they always look like cats, you know. Yeah, I'm sure it is, Maggie. Yeah, I used to live up in the far north, and we used to have this possum and the family come and visit us on our back deck. And my landlord used to give me huge amounts of grief because I used to feed it. Because they're a pest here and you're not supposed to feed them. But oh no, they look too much like a cat for me to like, you know. Of course, they're protected in lots of other places as well. Not New Zealand, but you know, Australia, they're a protected species. So I'm just going around the bike as well. They do ruin the forest and they debark the trees and everything. So yeah, they are a pest here. Same as cats are a pest, and rats and stoats, and because they kill the flightless birds that we have. Yeah, it's hard for a Brit coming to New Zealand and knowing that people absolutely on the roads and that, especially up north, make a point of heading for the possums that are around. And down south here on in some of the vineyards and that, they have to do rabbit control as well. So there are people going out and shooting the rabbits and things. Yeah, no, so the first thing that up north, far north anyway, further north than you are, Maggie. That's in the far north, of course. Yeah, used to like really upset me. So here's my bike. I was out on my bike the other day. Very nice it is too. Yeah, I think it's totally mean. I wonder if this will be good on here. Never done it myself. I wouldn't be able to bring myself to do that. No, pukekos are birds. Possums are possums. Possums and possums. Possums are little furry creatures that look like cats, and they live in trees, and then they strip the bark off trees, and they can absolutely kill off trees and things. So pukekos are protected, yeah. That's why it's such heartbreaking to see them all squidged on the side of the road and that. Man. Poor little possums. They're a pest. Aren't they called opossums in Australia or something? Opossums. Yeah, pukeko, they're beautiful looking birds. Yeah, and it's really, really nice on the run, just, being amongst them all and that. It's like so awesome. Love it. Really lifts my spirit as I'm running around, plodding around the course. So I'm just going to pop on my life is an adventure. And for some of us, it's more an adventure than others. So I'll actually use different glue on this. My life has been an adventure for the last, I don't know, since 2000. I've just been on the greatest adventure. Yeah. Yeah, so Maggie says, yes, they're called opossums in Australia, and they're much smaller than the possums we have here in New Zealand. So that's my index card for today. It's my little bike there, little fluffy bike. Autumn leaves on the trees. Life is an adventure. And I'll just be back in 2 seconds because I'll show you a picture of a pukeko that I have here. Now, of course, this is a pictorial representation of a pukeko. That's what it kind of looks like. So that's a pukeko. Now the boat's still in the northern hemisphere, and it won't come back yet. I mean, we're still adventuring and still going to be adventuring on it. We're unsure whether we're actually going to sail it all the way down or just sail it into the Med and leave it as a winter summer break for us. So that's the Pukeko. That's my card. Yeah, we're still adventuring, still getting out there, still doing things, just just enjoying life, basically. Probably think we'll, as long as we can generate enough money, we'll still be traveling around. Oh, it's the end of that roll. Look for another roll. Tape. I think it's just, the type of people we are is just to go out there and do things. Thank you. Oh, look, I used a branch last time as well. Branch and flower. You can tell it's still wet because I just lifted a lot of the card with that tape there. What I do is I put these in and then I leave it open to dry. Sometimes it takes a whole day for everything you put down to dry off nicely. Yeah, it's for me. It's the index cards go by really quickly. So I'm never long on a Sunday with my index cards because they just do go so fast. Even when I'm chatting, they go fast. So life is an adventure. Thank you. Maggie. Sunday afternoons, Sunday mornings, Maggie, I go running, and then Sunday afternoons I kick everyone out the house and do my live stream, because if anybody's in the house and using the internet, I can't do the live stream. I have rubbish internet here. Terrible. It's really bad. It's like being in McDonald's. Getting the public access internet there. Oh no, not brave. Not brave. Yeah, we've got Sunday afternoon, 2:17 in the afternoon. If my little Fitbit thing will go. There you go. Yeah, they're just putting it in the streets around here, and I'm still on the old copper wire thing. Yeah, very slow here. Very, very slow. So yeah, if anybody else is on with me, I can't go live. If anybody else in the house is using the internet, I can't go live. Yeah, already tomorrow for us. It's weird, man. Because you know that I am a time traveler. I am Doctor Who. Not really. I really don't think I am Doctor Who. I don't think I'm well, I am a time traveler, because when I go to the boat in the Northern Hemisphere, I do lose so many hours. So time traveler. I'm older here in New Zealand than I am in the UK. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So there you go. Yeah. It's quite funny, this Fitbit, when you do that to your wrist, it's supposed to bring on the date and things. You can squidge the side to bring it up, but I got to tell you a funny story about this one. Is that the batteries were running down, and to charge it up, you got a little lead thing, and you clamp it on and plug it into your computer to charge it. And I thought I must have fried mine because I put it into one of the wall plug things the first time I did it and charged it. And then I said that you're supposed to actually plug it into your computer to charge. So I thought, oh, and then it ran down again this time. And I put it in overnight to try and charge it, and it didn't charge. So I thought I must have fried it. So then I tried again, and it still wasn't charging. And then my husband said, my husband came, I said, oh, look, I'm really sorry, I've fried my watch. And he came in. These are funny stories. So I had it plugged in like that, charging like that, because I thought that was how you charge it, because there's a hole there, and that's how you put it in. And he said, you see these things on the back? And I said, what? He said, those connections there. And he said, yeah. He said, see those connections there? I said, yeah. He said, well, those two connections are supposed to meet up, and you charge it in that way. So I actually had the charger on that way. And it's like, well, it's never going to charge that way, is it? You have to have the connections meeting. Man, me and technology, we should be banned from each other, I tell you. I can't even get washing machines to work properly. It's just something about technology, and, you know, it's like, oh, it's like so sad. I'm so sad. Technology. Oh man, I don't mind, you know, telling you that I'm stupid. That was definitely a don't moment. Oh. Yeah. See, I'm not brave. I just don't know any better. There you go. So I've got to go now, and yeah, funny. I've got to go now, and what I've got to do is I have to go and supervise the hedge trimming. You know how we are. So I just want to say thank you all for joining me. That was really nice. Bye, Maggie. I wasn't really expecting many to join me today because it is a little bit late in Europe and things like that. So yeah. See, look, call me at the end, Vicky. That's good. You won't hear my story of how silly I am. So anyway, I've got to say thanks all for joining me, and I'll see you again in 2 days' time when I do a card, when I make a card. So a greeting card. So there you go. That's when I'll next be on live. It's Anzac Day on Tuesday, isn't it? Anzac Day. Would it be morning or afternoon? So I'll it'll probably be too late for many people, because I think I'll be on in the afternoon, because it's Anzac Day and we have to go to the parade. So Anzac Day parade, we parade every year. So see you on Tuesday afternoon. Bye. Thanks for joining me. Bye.